Hello, everybody. Welcome to another ambient live stream. So the way this works is you request the songs and then I play some of them and talk a little bit about what I think is awesome about it. All right. So here are our rules and guidelines for the live stream. One request per person. I will not play the same artist twice, just to get some nice variety. We have a wait, let me make sure I got the numbers right. I'm sorry. For the first 30 minutes, anybody can make a request with the song title and the artist in the chat, and I'll play a few minutes of those and then kind of fade them out. And then we'll move to the super chats, which is where you pay to make a request, and I will play up to 8 minutes of some of those. I cannot guarantee I can get to them all. In fact, I can pretty much guarantee I won't be able to get to them all. And let's see what else. No originals for this one, please. And we will keep the chat in a constructive place. So before you make a negative comment or have a judgment, think about if this is going to add to the conversation or just kind of bring everything down, right? It's okay to have opinions, but you know, this is a place for us to share music. So keep an open mind and just think of the health of the chat. Yeah. Okay. I think that's everything. Probably forgetting something. I always do. All right. Let's do Will Hibbs 123's request. Still in a Storm by Death Row Radio, aka D Radio. What is that? Is that like a username? Oh, I see. Interesting. Okay. That's gorgeous. Oh, the crackle. I wonder if any of these are going to be like out of tune the way Boards in Canada music is. Oh, what happened? This is annoying. I'm having some issues lately with Logic. I loaded up a pad so that I could, kind of play along a little bit. There it is. Okay. This is really quiet. Okay. I think that was kind of in tune. I don't know. Really pretty lush chords. I think I was hearing maybe like a but there was a really warm, it was like a warmer note that would come into that. It wasn't such a cold minor chord. Maybe something like that. I don't know. Really pretty. That's, to me, that's fits perfectly in my definition of ambient music. There are no drums. It feels kind of timeless. There's very little definition, it's kind of this atmosphere that envelops you. I feel like you're floating. But, as someone already said, it's undefinable. I mean, it is defining genres is, I think it's fun, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's all made up, and so I think, if you're wondering, like, is what I'm going to request ambient or not? I mean, I think if what you request is so outside of kind of our collective understanding of ambient, I might fade it out, if it's like really kind of just doesn't feel like it's fitting. But yeah, I think, trust your judgment. If you're like, oh, I really don't know, then maybe it's not the right choice. Like if you're questioning it that hard, I don't know. But yeah, that was beautiful. It felt like all the things I just described. Timeless, floating. It's very like warm. It feels like it doesn't have, it's like a fabric. It's like a soft fabric. It's just kind of holding you and suspended in space. It's very, I don't know. I think ambient music can feel very, very foreboding, and it can also feel really comforting and almost primally safe, Gorgeous. All right, next let's do Aphex Twin. So this is from, well, actually I'm seeing a lot of different covers for this. I don't know, on YouTube. So I'm not sure if it's from Selected Ambient Works 2, but it's called Stone in Focus. I don't think I've heard it, and I will just play a few minutes of it. Also known as number 19. Okay, so it must be Selected Ambient Works 2, which I do want to do a video on. stopping feels like a huge change, right? YouTube. That's weird. Okay, so this is tenths. Oh no, there's a fifth harmonic on my pad. That's going to be confusing. What about this one? Oh no, that's the organ, right? Okay. Can I get rid of that? Whoa. That's a crazy pad. I'm going to keep it. I'm keeping the whales. All right, so I already forgot the actual notes. Hang on. So it's 3 chords, and they're voiced. I know you can't really see what I'm doing, but the low note is, let's see. And there's a major third harmonizing with it, which makes it basically a major chord in this case, but it's voiced all the way up past an octave. So you get, sorry. Starts here, my bad. And I interpret the, sorry. I forgot what I was playing. This chord, this one at the top, to be kind of the home. That's just how I hear it. It's just so simple and beautiful, and it feels really like reverent and again safe to me. But I could also see that if paired, if this were in a movie or something, and if it were put with a scene where someone is saying goodbye or grieving, it would also, I think, speak to that emotion, that side of the human experience. So it could feel bittersweet as well. But it's like very tender, very, very tender. Yeah, I'd love to hear the whole thing at some point. 10 minutes. There was also a little bell melody, that came in that was really, really pretty on top of it. So gorgeous. I'm going to keep this whale pad. Okay. Next is On the Reach of Explanations by Ian William Craig. Into how this the vocals are working in this, the way they're sort of like breaking apart, and some parts feel reversed, and you can't detect any sort of word, but it feels as if there were words, and you're just getting these like fragments, and it's distorted, and so the distortion is, you know, sort of rising and falling like waves. And thanks to Trent Reznor for helping me like hear distortion as beautiful. I think before that, distortion was like rock, you know, it was like, cool, that's distorted. But now I hear it as just like truly so beautiful in and of itself. I'm in some ways not surprised, but I think it's cool. These are the same chords as the Aphex Twin song we just heard. Different key probably. different order. And if you're wondering what the chords are, they're actually the most popular 3 chords in all of Western music. Nothing, and I'm pretty sure Brian Eno's track that we listened to last time was also these. It just works so well in every genre ever, but it's very, very impactful with ambient. 1, 5, and 4. Yeah, gorgeous. I would also like to hear the rest of that. Next is Only the Strongest by Croatian Armor. Whoa. these 2 chords. 1 and 3. But the guitar was different. Very different. But yes, I think it does feel ambient, but it's crazy how jolting having like something with a strong attack suddenly felt after only hearing these pads and the vocals, which just don't have that attack. Everything's, slowly comes in and slowly fades away. And so there's just, that's part of why I think it feels so comforting, is because there's nothing that's going to like shock your nervous system. It's just this it's like being in water, whereas the guitar had some spikes. But after a while, then I adjusted, and it didn't feel that way anymore. And is it actually a bass maybe, or just like a really low guitar? But it had maybe some like chorus on it, which gave it that kind of shimmer. I think someone's biking by playing country. Can you hear it? But also probably 1 and 4 and 5. So. That's nice. Surf guitar. Yes, it did feel that way. That's good. Baritone guitar. And it had a delay on it. So dun 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 dun. Next is Wave Field Radio Edit by Rafael Toral. That's me playing underneath it, sorry. It's basically a G major chord. What makes it move is the just textural changes, and it is constantly changing. I heard all sorts of little details. That's one of those where it might not seem like a lot is going on, but a lot is going on. If you just keep listening to it, you'll start to like hear more and more. Like I have a feeling every time I hear it, I'll be like, oh wow, there's another thing I didn't hear before. A lot of layering, I think. And there's this high pitched, it almost felt like a sine wave. And it reminded me of that feeling when, I've talked to other people that this happens to. So I know it's not like uncommon, but where you're going about your day and all of a sudden you're like hearing sort of like, feels almost like it cuts out, and then you just hear and then it's gone. It'll happen like a few times a year. And I remember one of my teachers in a science class told us about it, but I can't remember what she said about it. But it's obviously like the little hairs in your ear that just suddenly are like, okay. Like, I don't know. But it's, so yeah, it reminded me a little bit of your ears ringing. And it was very unpleasant, that part. So I turned it down. But the rest was really, really like cool and interesting. It felt a little more exciting to me than the others. Like there, it felt like busier almost. Like there was a anticipation or something building the whole time. Like it was vibrating more, and it was just like, yeah, just like if you were to paint that, it would have so much more going on, a lot more texture. Very pretty. All right, and our last one before we switch to Super Chats is Lusine Jetstream. Just remember, I'm just going to play a few minutes of it. That's gorgeous. So this one's a lot more rhythmic than the others. And I do think that these are vocal chops. And the other Lusine track that I know well is he does something incredible with the vocals. Just taking little syllables of this vocal and putting it into like an arpeggio. It's just, I haven't heard anything like it since. I think it was this. Was this chord there? Maybe, I'm not sure. Something I've noticed so far is that everything we've heard has been major chords, and that's not true. That's not true. Major keys. There have been some minor chords. But they've been, like all the harmony is diatonic. So like, which means there's no chromaticism. Everything fits into like, say F sharp major. So there's no, there's a lot of notes that work really well with each other and don't clash in a way. There's always going to be dissonance in any key, but it's like, there's a difference between if I play, say like, those two chords have 2 out of the 3 of the same notes. Very different feeling than if I go like, those 2 chords, there's a chromatic shift that happens. So there's nothing going on so far like that. But can you imagine if you did that with ambient music, you would have a much darker feeling, right? A lot of these have been I would say more on the comforting end of things to some degree, or the like spectacularness of things. Anyways, interesting. I just, who knows? It could be just a coincidence, or it could be like a pattern we're starting to detect. I don't know. But what really makes this one sparkle, I think, is the vocal chops and the delay on that low boom, like that. There's a bass note which has attack, and then there's a delay on it. I thought at first it was like him playing that note over again, like doom, 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 but then it got quieter and quieter every time. And then when he would restart it in a place I didn't expect, there would be like this doom, 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 doom. So it's clearly like a delay set to a certain, it could be milliseconds, it could be a note value or something. But that also gave it a little more structure and, more hooks to grab onto, right? I think this kind of music is it's so impossible for me to not think about it in terms of like texture, and like it feels in some ways so physical, a lot of, I just can't stop talking about like water, or like thinking about grabbing onto shit, or texture, or I don't know, like it's very like almost elemental. For me. Anyway. Beautiful. All right. Time for the super chats. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. I want to do me morps first for sure. Pat Metheny and Steve Reich. Now this is kind of more minimalism, but I just have to do it. This is the fast movement, part 1. maybe it's a different movement. Oh, part 3. Okay. Man, what a world. I love the, which to me sounds like sampling a single note. Actually, I'm not 100% sure how he did it, but it kind of sounds like a single guitar note that's just being repeated but not played, like it's been, I mean, I don't know how they did this. I forget the specifics of how Steve Reich would, I mean, I know when he started out he was using tape, but I don't know, as technology evolved, I imagine he started doing other things too, but it feels like a wave the way he's done this. You can hear the articulation, of the picked. I mean, it's picked, right? It's not plucked. It's not finger picked, right? I don't know what the term is. Does it sound like it sounds like a pick, right? Like specifically. Anyway, but like this picked string, and then, but it's repeated so quickly that it starts to feel like a broken wave. Like a, but it's like, but you can still feel the whole shape of it. And I love the way it's used in the last part of the track where, they switch to this more counterpoint, right? With the different guitar riffs, and they're, adding, changing, these little subtle differences as it slowly evolves and things are maybe going out of phase with each other. I'm not sure, but, and then that wave will come back in. That felt so incredible. And beautiful chords. Now they stay on a chord for such a long time that I kind of couldn't memorize it. But there was that one chord. I probably made a face, but there was one chord in there that it gave me the flat 6 feelings. I don't know if it was. It could have been some kind of dark relationship to everything else, but it felt dramatic, and it gave me that feeling deep inside in my gut that I get of just like, oh my God. And it only happened once, I think. It was just so great. It's so beautiful. It was picked. It was flicked. Beauteous indeed. So yeah, I guess someone said in part 3, that's the track where Orbital sampled a little snippet a couple snippets for Little Fluffy Clouds. That's also a good one. We played that on some live stream before. Can't remember. I feel like actually I played it for you back in the day when there was time for me to play something. Oh, no, I love the way it is now. It's great. I love having everybody here. Okay. Let's do carbon-based life forms. Polyritmi. Almost feels like Polyritmi. It's a good ambient / Sybient track. Okay, cool. I wonder if this is going to have drums. I have this feeling it will, but maybe not. Polyritmi. Oh yeah, the orb, sorry. Cool. This one is also diatonic, but it's minor. This bad with the whales. I can't get enough of it. Oh my god. Yeah, ambient. That seems right for sure. Got a little bit of a beat. Arpeggios. It does feel kind of. It does feel different, doesn't it? It feels it's more stimulating. That's probably what it is. Just like there's like and it doesn't have that same timeless feeling. It feels like very much like moving forward to me. I mean, you could also be floating up, but you're going in a direction. It doesn't feel like suspended. But that's just me. I mean, someone else might feel suspended. Isn't that interesting? Music is it's the best. All right. Let's do... Oh, wow. I'm having an optical illusion happen right now. That is so weird. It's like a magic eye where all of the green SuperChats look like they're recessed into the screen and all the yellow ones look like they're popping out. What the hell? What the hell? Orange looks like it's pushed in. What is happening? Is it gone? No, it's back. What the hell? Okay, wait. Well, that's weird. Okay. That's weird. It's still happening. Even when I turn my head. This has never happened before. Am I okay? Am I real? Is everything fine? Is the music? Did the music do that? Are we all high now? Oh, man. Did I stretch too hard? Okay. Oh, wow. There's a lot. Okay, shit. Oh yeah, I've been getting tons of requests for Steve Roach, so we should do that. Indigo Moon. Okay. Minor. Only Steve's live stream. like a video game. Cause it's got that metallic kind of sounds into the pad. Let's see if I can find something like that for you. And then those sounds like a E piano. This one's all sound design. Piano. Piano, piano, piano. Little high pianos stumbling over each other. It sounds like loops of piano parts. And because there's no like pulse, it does kind of give you that timeless suspended feeling for sure. It's all C minor. But deftly avoiding the flat six because that would be too dramatic. Listen. So it's all like, listen. But if they put the flat six in, sorry, wrong. It's too powerful. No, but really, I mean, you'll hear like doing like a vocal run. And people will skip the sixth a lot. There's something about it. It's just so... It doesn't feel like a natural place to go and a lot of times. And it's just... I don't know. Anyway, nerdy. But that was cool. I loaded up this pad. I don't know what it sounds like, of course, because I couldn't test it out. But it's called Winds of Change or something. And it might have some of that shh. So see. Okay. My point is that there was a lot of pads in there that were kind of in this vein of sound design where there's a tone, but there's a lot of in there. You know, I'm guessing that's a lot of like overtones, but maybe even like not the typical ones. I don't know, but there's just noise. It's like kind of noisy, but it's also that certain kind. It's not distorted. It's not like white noise so much. It's like a hissing kind of metallic sound. So that definitely, like, you know, gives it this really mysterious quality. It makes it feel like it belongs in a video game or a movie or something. Yeah. Someone says we need Ixie music. You mean like stuff I've written? You can have it. I made an album. I do want to do an instrumental album this year. I'm going to try. There is an ambient song on my album too. The last one. I love ambient music so much. Okay. Yes, it's called Big Womb. Maybe I'll play that for you for our last few minutes, like in live. I'll play it live. Okay. Let's do... Oh my God, there's another Steve? No more Steves right now. I'm going to discriminate. Discriminate. Sorry, that was bad. All right, 3D Melodies is requested broadcast. Teresa Lark of Ascension. kind of organ, but ugh. It's the vocal that makes it creepy, because it had some chromaticism and just the effects on it. Just, yeah, it felt like the innocent child singing in the corner in a horror movie. It's like the juxtaposition is so off. It's like so not what you expect, and it just makes it all the more creepy. But other than that, it was like very sweet and also very innocent, though. I think the glockenspiel, it's hard not to associate that with innocence. I don't exactly know why that is, but it just feels like it just reminds me of children. And it's so cute and sweet. And the organ can sound lots of ways. Organs can sound very dangerous. They can also sound really grand, and they can sound really, holy, and they can sound like they're rocking out. So I don't think the organ had anything to do with it, but it did give it a little bit of reverence at the end for sure, with the plagal cadence, a little amen cadence. Where is it? I can't remember what key it was in, so I'll just make it up. Something like that. Okay, we're doing Tim Hecker. Been seeing lots of requests over the years for Tim Hecker. So we got a request, and it's up here. From that TLB. Tim Hecker, Trade Winds, White Heat. Very elemental. This one feels very bleak to me. It could go lots of directions, but I feel like I feel kind of weighed down after listening to it, like something like the aftermath of something, or the absence of something. It's very lonely, I think. I was trying to find like a little bell sound so I could try to play the chords, but they sound very clustered. I'm not sure why it sounds like a, what are those called? Steel drum, but I see. Okay, that's close enough. It's not it, but it's, you know, in the ballpark. Okay, so I think it was, let's see. So not right. Oh. Ooh, that's cool. Whatever that is awesome. And then that chord. So I think there's between those two, sorry. There's some little bit of dissonance between them, but that second one, I think this note's in it. Sorry. Something like that, right? And then it goes down again. Yeah, I think it's like lots of sevenths and ninths and 11ths and things. So people are saying, oh, it feels a little jazzy, and I can totally see what you mean. It does have some big chords and some extensions. And then, so that's kind of what I was mostly focusing on. But I knew that there was sound design around it for sure. And then, it got a little bit more present at the end. And then you're left with this sort of broken radio sample of I'm not sure what, but it didn't feel good. It felt like something was wrong. Wow. All right. I'd like to do Is Home because I want to hear everything that she's ever done. Close requested this. Is Home, Nonbeliever. Is Home, wandering into ambient territory and coming out smelling of boards of Canada, slightly tense feeling with that dark underside. Oh. Oh, is this new Is Home? What? She put this out last year. Also, thank you for requesting a woman. Could be Russian. She is Russian. Someone was asking. What was really interesting about this one is when she brought in the upper melody, because she brought it in major. Sorry, wrong key. It's F. And this was kind of going on. And then she went minor. And then she kind of went back and forth for a while. And that kind of seesaw is a very uneasy feeling. I love it. It's really kind of, especially with this setting, of course. But it felt very cinematic, that kind of back and forth. And then she went straight forward, just like the bleak, the severity of just straight minor. The Foley and the samples of the talking, and some of them sounding so crisp and like right next to you, and crisp in the way it feels like it's like snowing or something. There's like there's everything's being absorbed, and it's just, but then like the other voice sounds like it's coming over a radio. So kind of just an interesting tension there of feeling like you're in the present and in the future at the same time or something, or maybe the past, I don't know, whatever. And then the pulsing at the bottom was just this like, no chord changes, just sort of this meandering melody. It had some tapey things for sure. That was good. Nice. It looks like she released an EP or an album, and I didn't catch that. So whoopsie. I need to listen to it. Okay, next. I'm going to do week 1990-88. 199.88's request. Zoë Keating, we insist. I believe she does really amazing things with her cello. Hey. I hear her breathing. all sorts of colors out of her cello, which I just really admire. And it's really beautifully arranged. Super suspenseful, feels very film score. But yeah, she's got lots of sweet tones and also very aggressive tones, percussion. You know, she can kind of run the gamut with it, which is awesome. It sounds fantastic. And she knows how to harmonize so beautifully with her own parts and how to add on and keep it full but not too busy. Really good. All right. Let's do Albert Martinez's request. Drinking It Again by Leon Vynehall. Chapter 4. It's also in parentheses. Unexpected. Jazz under there. Yeah, so there's the whole jazz track underneath all of that. You could even hear the brushes. I think, and a saxophone, and I think it was piano chords. Pretty sure, yeah. And then, but it was kind of buried under a lot of sampling of like interesting, just non-musical sounds that repeated over and over again start to feel very musical. And then, of course, those drums came in and we're just like, hi. I don't know if I consider that ambient, though. Although, without the drums, it's definitely a little more in that vein. Okay. We're doing Now and Not Yet by Hammock. Choral. Straight out of a movie. really does sound like it's from a movie. It has everything you need to, pull the deepest emotions out of somebody in a movie theater, just like overwhelming. Can you imagine hearing that on like huge speakers, watching some scene of someone dying or war or, or a triumph even, or the aftermath of something. I mean, it's so much. The violins really helped that along too. But even before that, it was so grand and yet so vulnerable and human. And again, very like, these chords are, you've heard them a million times, and it's partly because they work so well, Sorry, not that one. No. Oh, C. Right. 1, 4, and 5. And the whales. Ugh. Stunning. Next is Ólafur Arnalds and Nils Frahm. What a combo. Holy crap. It's called 2352. It's not how long it is, though. Do you hear the morning dove? This is fifths. Sorry. Am I playing the wrong? So it's just going from 1 to flat 6 to 4. And these are all diatonic chords as well. And they just flow right into each other so beautifully. But this one has, with the tone and also just the minor key, it does feel a little bit more focused and less comforting, I think, than the others, right? It's got a little more tension, and it doesn't feel like everything's just perfect. To me, it feels like there's a pull. And there's also this overlap of the chords, because if you keep playing this one when you play the next one, you get a 7th chord. And then if you play the next one, you get, I think, a 9th chord. So there's beautiful but very pleasing dissonances that are happening as a result of these ripples sort of colliding with each other. I'm sure it wasn't a flat Steve. So many Steves. And what also is really important, I think, to how this worked was how there was a filter on this synth that cut out a lot of those higher frequencies at first, and then they're slowly pulling the filter off. So it feels like the lid is slowly coming off, and it's getting brighter and more intense and more textured, and everything. The energy just feels like it's building and building and building. And then it sort of culminated in like a little bit of a wash. They had lots of notes, and they kind of ended it on a very unresolved chord in the key. So it just felt like it felt like it was transitioning to something else, and so did I. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, next is Univa Transporter by Turquoisedeath. Ooh. This feels like video game, movie, something. Sparkles, water. Maybe something from Meow Wolf. This one's constantly evolving. This was released in 2025. It's definitely music, but doesn't it almost feel like it's equal parts music and sound design, right? It's like very much about putting you into a space and even using samples of crashing waves and maybe like a sonar or whale song or something like that, you know. Very, very physical in a space. And it was so, I knew that there were chords, but that was so not the point that I can't even tell what they were. You know, there's like moments where I'm like, I think I hear a minor. That's gone now. You know, it was just constantly changing, new instruments, new notes, new sounds, it was just like evolving. So that was really an amazing 3 minutes. Next, and probably last before I just play a little bit of Big Womb, is Tobiume. Tobiume by Susumu Yokota. very pretty. Feels, I don't know, maybe I'm being influenced by the album cover I'm looking at, but it does feel very nature-y to me. And then there's almost like there's a synth on the bottom that felt kind of psychedelic to me, like, I don't know, a little bit of that talkative sound and a little delay on it that, yeah. But the rhythm really gelled. At first it was sort of like, I'm hearing all these different things. They're kind of lining up in a way, but not really. I thought maybe it was polyrhythmic, but then it all started to like become clear. And I do really like that experience in music where I'm hearing all these pieces and I'm not sure how they're relating. And then all of a sudden it just crystallizes and it's like this realization and this feeling of, oh, it's like this relief and wonder and just, it's kind of magical. So that was really lovely. Okay, the stream is over. I'm going to play you a little bit of my song Big Womb since it was requested and someone was wondering. I'm going to play it in the original key. I transposed it for my album so that it was in the same key as the song before it because they're connected. But I'm just going to play it how it used to be. Okay, this is called Big Womb. Okay. Except that I need full volume here. Come here. Here we go. think that was the first like live thing I've ever done of my album. Well, thank you so much for coming, everyone. This was a beautiful stream. Ambient music is just such a special thing. And I just feel always so enriched after listening to it, even if it's really heavy, even if it's heartbreaking, it just feels like I'm full, and cared for somehow by it. So, we should definitely do more, but, we'll see what, oh yes, that's right. I already have it planned. So this Wednesday, it's at the later time, 5:00 Central, is bring in a song that if you, a parent or a parental figure in your life brought to you, whether it was something that you grew up listening to and you just, loved it from childhood, or if your parent, like, when you were older was like, hey, check out this song. I mean, that does happen. I've gotten a message recently from someone who was like, my dad just introduced me to Nine Inch Nails, and they're like a full grown adult. So it happens, but bring in something from a parent. I think that will be really cool to hear what you hold most dear in that part of your life. So yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. I will see you on Wednesday if you're able. If not, there's a replay. And I'm going to start telling y'all that my mods and my little elves are so nice to collect your requests and put them in playlists on YouTube. And they'll put a link to that in the comments of this replay. And I'll try to get good about pinning it so that it's right at the top. But that way you can listen to everything again, plus all the requests that we didn't get to. And I think that's really cool that y'all are doing that. So thank you so much for putting in that effort. And I hope you all will take a listen. Okay, well, thanks for coming. And until next time.